Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for part 3 of the Monday Q&A. So let's get to it. Should someone whose preferred deadlift stance is sumo pull conventional during training because it works your posterior chain more? Answer is multifold. Now, this person did tell me that their goals were strength oriented, so it gets tricky for me to answer this because I consider the sumo deadlift to be a way to deadlift or remove stress on the lower back and work things like your hips and abductors more. And I consider it to be a useful tool for some people for their max deadlift as a competitive power lifter. Now, outside of that, I don't think it's that fantastic of a lift. Yes, you're going to get more posterior chain development, more overall size from the conventional deadlift. But I don't really see an issue with someone training both, particularly if you pull sumo at meets. If you ever pull or strain an abductor, you might find that you can't finish the meet unless you're capable of pulling conventional. And if you never pull conventional, you're not going to be able to hit decent numbers. So there is something to be said for training with both for powerlifting. But again, that comes down to your preferred stance. You do have to question why that is, because if you're trying to build strength for something like American football or rugby or something of that nature, I'm going to tell you to probably drop the sumo and just do conventional. And if it's an issue with your lower back needing the extra relief, you can rotate in trap bar deadlifts, which I think will give you the same effect, but they're a superior movement for a strength athlete out on the field. So it really kind of depends on what you're doing and what your goals are. It's not a universal answer there. All right, next question. Thoughts on meditation and how it relates to training. Well, the thing you have to remember, anything that helps you relax, and meditation is a very good tool for this, and it can affect everything from stress hormones to blood flow and all sorts of things, is going to be a useful recovery tool. And if you're training hard and you can do anything that will help you relax, unwind, and recover faster, you're going to make better progress with your training, because the faster you recover, the sooner you can train hard again and the more adaptations you can stimulate. So irrespective of what you're training for, what style of training you're using, what your goals are, anything that can help you relax, whether it's meditation, deep tissue massages, just soaking in a hot bath, any of those things are potentially beneficial to your training. So that's where I would say it plays a role. It's a good relaxation tool, which makes it a good recovery tool. All right, next question. What are the main reasons for hip flexor pain with squatting? Form problem or weak areas? It could be a number of things. It could be your technique. It could just be that you have bad form. But it can also be a couple of different issues. It can be an actual mobility issue in your hips, so you need to work on mobility work, or it could be a glute weakness, which means you need to strengthen your glutes, which could either be strengthened through the way that you squat, changing foot position, changing your setup, or you might need to do some actual direct glute work, like glute bridges or things of that nature, or even more heavy deadlifting can help with the glutes. So it can be a couple of different things, and if you work on all of those things, that should generally solve it. So clean up your technique, fix your technique to where you can recruit the glutes more, do a little bit of extra glute training, and do more mobility work for your hips. I really like things like third world squats for that. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.